Victoria.
Hi.
Are you tired?
I'm back.
You're back? Okay.
So what's your story now?
Which story shall we read? This is Disney's Princess Bedtime Stories. Look how beautiful Jasmine's brushing her hair.
Look how Aurora's.
Oh, I love her purple bow.
Actually, she's my favorite.
Aurora, ¿es tu favorita? Mira qué bonita está Little Mermaid. So pretty. Oh, mira. Oh my Disney. Cinderella's frilly. Yeah, I love Cinderella. Belle is so pretty. She's reading a book. Let's read a book. Let's read a story.
Who's Belle
Which
reading?
story do you want to read? The Little Mermaid, Cinderella,
Little Mermaid.
Aurora, Aladdin.
The Little Mermaid.
Little Mermaid.
The Little Mermaid that gets married with Ariel.
Dreams Under the Sea.
Yeah.
Oh, The Little Mermaid, a special song.
Dreams Under the Sea.
Let me see what page. Hold on. Table of contents. Y vamos a ver. Where does it say? The Little Mermaid, Dreams Under the Sea. Page 179. Is this the right page, Victoria? No, it's page 55. Ooh, this is the right page because Mermaid is here. Oh no, that's page 90. What page was it?
I don't know. I don't know.
Let's see.
Ooh. Let's see. Ooh, I love her
I don't even see the page number. Oh, there it is. Oh, I think we went over it. It's 170. Nope. Oh, we read this one, Jasmine. Snowy Day.
Yeah.
Oh, Aurora.
Oh, I got it.
Oh, 179.
Oh, I love that.
Oh, yeah, Tiana. Ooh, Tiana's so pretty.
Remember we see the movie
I
Tiana?
saw it. Okay, here it is. We found it. We found it. Let's start. Okay.
Ooh, she's so beautiful. Okay, guys, so this is my hand.
Yeah, that's your hand. Okay. Let's see. What does it say right here? The Little Mermaid.
The Little Mermaid, I'm green, so I'm her best pet.
Dreams Under the Sea.
Dreams under the sea.
Okay, let's start. Ariel's secret grotto was her favorite place in the sea. It was where she kept all the objects that she'd found from the world above. She was fascinated with humans, even though her father forbade her to have anything to do with them at all. During her last trip to the surface, Ariel had rescued a handsome prince named Eric when a terrible storm sank his ship. She had fallen in love with him, but since he was a human, she left before he could see her. A while later, Ariel's fish friend Flounder found a statue of Eric and surprised the mermaid with it. She swam over to the statue and began to talk to it. She's talking to the
It's
statue.
a chunk of rock.
It's a chunk of rock. Oh, look, there's a piece of his head. Ariel! Cried Sebastian, a crab who was her father's advisor. Where's Sebastian? Do you see him? Yeah.
He looked at
Yeah. Get a hold of yourself. That's not a human. It's a hunk of rock. Ariel ignored him. The statue said that if you two would please excuse us, he has something he'd like to tell me. Ooh, what's Eric gonna tell her? What do you think Eric wants to tell her? What? statue, Eric?
He loved the girl.
He loves her? Let's see. Ariel placed her head on the statue's shoulder and pretended to answer him. Why, yes, Eric. I'd love to marry you, Eric. Marry, Sebastian roared as he swam back into the grotto.
Hi.
You will do no such thing. In the name of His Royal Highness, King Triton, I forbid this kind of talk. He's mad, huh? Oh, Sebastian, Ariel said impatiently. It's a statue, remember? I'm just pretending. Don't worry, and please don't tell my father, okay? That's what she's saying. Sebastian reluctantly shook his head. I just know I'm going to regret this, he moaned. We can have the wedding right here in the grotto, Ariel said. There's so much to do. You'll both help me, won't you? Who's both? Flounder and Sebastian?
Yeah. Look, my foot.
Help you with what? Sebastian asked as Ariel handed him some seaweed to decorate with. It's make-believe, you said so yourself. Oh, dream weddings are every bit as much as real ones. Everything has to be just right. I think Prince Eric is dressed perfectly for a wedding, Ariel continued. This'll never work. The real Prince Eric is human, Sebastian said. He lives on land, and every respecting sea dweller knows that mermaids live underwater. That may be true, said Ariel, but who knows what the future will bring? May I be the chef? Flounder asked. Please, please. Ariel laughed. Of course, Flounder. I want you to prepare all the most wonderful foods you can imagine. How about some seaweed souffle and some plankton salad? Flounder asked. Oh, yes, Ariel cried as she imagined the feast. And don't forget the wedding cake. Just leave it to me, Flounder said proudly. This will be a wedding dinner like no one has ever seen. You can say that again, Sebastian muttered. Where's Sebastian?
I don't know.
Victoria, look, I like the cake topper.
I love those.
Yeah.
I love her gown.
Yeah, it's so pretty. Look, Sebastian's chef hat.
What?
And ice cream, or maybe that's frozen yogurt.
No, that's
What is
frozen.
that?
What is
A
that?
salad, maybe?
Salad.
Oh, and then probably seaweed crackers.
Ew.
Let's turn the page. Oh, I can hardly wait, Ariel exclaimed. I can picture that entire ceremony. My sisters will make such beautiful bridesmaids, and my father will look so proud and distinguished as your father. Sebastian looked as if he was ready to faint. Oh, don't be such a party pooper, Sebastian, Ariel said lightly.
That's a bad word.
A party pooper? Yeah. Well, I'm not actually going to invite my family since this is a pretend wedding. Ariel is daydreaming, thinking how happy she would be if her daddy and everybody was there to celebrate with her. Oh, she looks so pretty with Eric. And Sebastian's having a heart attack. Oh! And all her sisters are saying, bye, Ariel. Congratulations. Bye. We'll miss you.
And
Flounder is so
she's
happy.
holding flowers.
Yeah. She caught the bouquet. And then Ariel is so happy with Eric. And her daddy is happy too. Of course, she's daydreaming because, you know, her daddy is not gonna let her get married to that human. At least for now, she added quietly. That's it, Sebastian said. I can't take any more of this nonsense. Flounder, Ariel called. Sebastian's leaving. Can you think of someone else who could be the master conductor of the grand orchestra? Grand orchestra? Sebastian asked. Master conductor? Of course, you're my first choice, Sebastian, but nothing, Sebastian cried. A crab must do what a crab must do. The pretend wedding must go on. Grabbing a candlestick from Ariel, Sebastian began to conduct his pretend orchestra. May I have this dance? Flounder asked the little mermaid, bowing politely. With pleasure, kind sir. Ariel laughed. She's so happy. That's so nice, huh, Victoria? She and Flounder danced, twirling around until they were both very dizzy. That evening, Ariel was trying on a veil she had made when Flounder arrived with a pearl necklace. Oh, Flounder, it's beautiful, Ariel said with delight. It belongs to a friend, Flounder said. She said you could borrow it. She's so happy. Look at her veil. It's so pretty. It's her wedding veil.
It's so pretty. I'm like pretty. Look at that. Look at that.
Ariel looked around. With the shell she used to decorate her hair, she had something old, that shell. The veil she just made was something new. The pearls were her something borrowed, and a bracelet she'd found was her something blue. Bracelet? What's a bracelet? Do you see the bracelet? Something blue?
Oh, yeah.
I don't see it, but maybe it's around here. Look how pretty she has, like a little skirt. Oh, you think it's that one? Yeah. That's everything a bride needs, Ariel exclaimed. The next morning, Sebastian nervously followed Ariel as she made her way to the grotto. I hope no one sees us, he said. Not getting cold feet. Claws, are you? Ariel teased. Most assuredly not, Sebastian retorted. The orchestra is ready when you are. Are you ready? Flounder asked when Ariel and Sebastian arrived at the grotto. The mermaid nodded, and the fish escorted her down the aisle as the orchestra played the wedding march. Do you know what the wedding march is, Victoria? The wedding march is dun 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 dun. That's the song they play when people get married. Then a funny thing happened. Sebastian began to sniffle. Victoria, how do you sniffle? I think Sebastian's gonna cry. Oh yeah, do it again. Good. Ariel turned around in surprise. Weddings always make me cry, the crab said with a shrug. It's so funny.
Crab.
Look, do you think Prince Eric is ready to get married?
Yes.
Yeah, he looks like he's ready. Then Sebastian cleared his throat and moved to the front of the grotto. Do you, Princess Ariel, take this statue to be your, now closely listen to this part, young lady, make-believe husband? I do, Ariel cried happily. And do you, Mr. Pretend Prince, take this princess to be your make-believe wife? Sebastian finished. Ariel leaned toward the statue. He says he does, she told the crab with a giggle. Well, then I suppose I have to pronounce you imaginary husband and wife, Sebastian said. Hooray! Flounder cheered. Oh, she's so happy.
Oh, she's so
She
weird.
loves him so much. Look at her pretty dress. It's like sparkly. And then all her friends at the wedding. The little purple seahorns. With her eyes glowing like stars, Ariel hugged her friends. "Oh, thank you. This has been a wonderful pretend wedding," she cried. "And now I'm inviting you both to my real wedding to Prince Eric. I'm not sure when it will happen or where or how, but I know it will. It won't matter that there's a notion of difference between us. Nothing can stand in the way of true love." She's so hopeful, huh? Look at Sebastian. He's thinking, She's happy. And Flounder's just gonna go with whatever Ariel says. Ariel sighed with happiness, imagining that she was really marrying Eric. At the end of the ceremony, they would kiss. Wow. Look at her hair, Shell. It's so beautiful. Ew, she cried suddenly. She realized that she was actually kissing a very startled Flounder.
A blue
Aha.
bracelet.
Oh, there it is. Yeah. Oh, it's so pretty. It's like little shells. And Sebastian, he finally looks happy. "Aha," Sebastian shouted. "See what comes of thinking a mermaid could marry a human prince, as if that could ever really happen." But Ariel didn't care what Sebastian said. She knew in her heart that someday she and Eric would definitely, for sure, live happily ever after.
The end.
The end. That was a really nice story from Disney's Princess Bedtime Stories.
Oh, no.
It was Ariel's time tonight for us to hear her story. Say goodnight, Victoria. We're going to go to sleep. Say goodnight.
I don't want to. Good night. I don't want to go now.
Okay. All right. We'll just say goodnight to your friends. Oh.
Bye.
Okay. Bye. Have a good night, everyone. We hope you enjoyed the story. We'll have more stories, right, Victoria? You want to do more stories? All righty.